Konnichiwa, Raduna Sensei desu. Hi, it's Ladner Sensei. Today we're taking notes in Japanese for your Japanese class. Hopefully this can fit into whatever curriculum you are following. So in our first video, we greeted someone. Ohayo, konnichiwa, konbanwa, depending on the time of day. And then next video, we thanked someone and responded to a thank you. Arigatou, dou itashimashite. Or a more casual version, arigatou, iie. And the third one is answering a yes-no question the easy way. So if you mistakenly think this is Detroit, you ask, ここはデトロイトですか? いいえ、違います。ここはデトロイトですか? はい、そうです。And today we're going to take notes on introducing yourself. Typically, when you're introducing yourself, you start with はじめまして, and that acknowledges that the two people don't know each other. Then you say your name, tell them your name, and you end with this nice どうぞよろしくお願いします, or some version of that to sort of seal the relationship and say, let's have a good relationship. There's a more casual version, and we'll talk about both. First, write down your learning target. I can introduce myself, or you can make it how to introduce myself. The learning targets at the top of each page help you find the information really quickly. So write, I can introduce myself. Then one person, kind of slight diagonal, because he's bowing. And this guy has his eyes kind of closed because you don't eyeball the other person as you're bowing. So slightly bent arms, holding a meishi. Now, business cards are very much used in Japan today. Even if they fall out of use in other countries, they're still very much in use in Japan. And you seem unprepared if you don't have one. So make sure you have one. The other person, also eyes closed, slight diagonal, because she is bowing as well. Just make a male and a female. She is also offering her business card, because that's what you do in formal situations. Start with はじめまして. はじめまして. And that literally means it is the first time. Kind of the way we say, oh, I don't believe we've met. はじめまして. Both people say it. It doesn't really matter who says it first. Then you say your name. So let's say Ken desu or boku wa Ken desu. So boys can add boku wa. And this is Mia. Watashi wa Mia desu. Watashi wa Mia desu. Now, if you have not learned hiragana yet, then just write this in romaji and come back later and add the hiragana. Watashi wa Mia desu. And make sure your business card is facing to where the text is to be read by the other person. Not facing, the text isn't facing you, it's facing the other person. So, and have it Japanese side up if you're meeting Japanese people. Next, どうぞよろしくお願いします is how to sort of conclude your introduction. どうぞよろしくお願いします. どうぞよろしくお願いします。Both people say this, and this is kind of a formal way to say, let's have a good relationship going forward. Okay, so that is your formal situation. We're even going to write formal. Okay, next, casual. So again, two people. This time the bow is not as pronounced. Maybe it's just like bowing your head a little bit. And still eyes. Well, you're just kind of bowing your head a little bit, so not a big deal with looking down or anything. And let's give him a backpack. Maybe this is after class. You introduce yourself to someone, and Mia is over here. Mia's holding a cup of coffee. That does not look like a cup of coffee, but that's okay. And the casual way is still to start with hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. Although this is a bit optional, you can leave it off in reality. Hajimemashite. And so next, boku wa ken desu, but you can leave off boku wa. Just say ken desu. Ken desu. And Mia says Mia desu. Then finally, the ending part, どうぞよろしくお願いします can be shortened. You can just say どうぞよろしく for a like semi-formal way, and or just よろしく. We're going to use よろしく. 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 And that ending part, yoroshiku, just kind of concludes the introduction. So if you're introducing yourself in front of the whole class, you would do this way. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Mie desu. Douzo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Or if you're Ken, you say hajimemashite, Ken desu. Boku wa Ken desu. Douzo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. But if it's just to someone who's your age, hajimemashite, Ken desu, yoroshiku. Or even just Ken desu, yoroshiku, if you kind of realize you're going to introduce yourselves to each other. Okay, finally, yoroshiku is casual, but there's douzo yoroshiku. Douzo. We'll make a little line here. Douzo yoroshiku is semi-formal. It's not quite business formal, but it's okay. And hajimemashite is actually optional in casual situations. Yeah. Maybe that doesn't come up too much, so just stick with saying hajimemashite. Finally, wa. So, watashi wa Mie desu. Have you circle the wa particle because this is tricky at the beginning of Japanese. It's spelled ha, but pronounced Why? I don't know. Last thing, we're going to just put a tree out here. Kind of reinforce that this is casual. So they're outside. Okay. はじめまして、僕はケンです。私はミエです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。はじめまして、ケンです。ミエです。よろしく。And that is it. That is for introducing yourself.